Imagine stumbling upon a TV masterpiece that not only shattered Emmy records, but also dared to tackle the heart-wrenching realities of the AIDS crisis and LGBTQ+ identity in the 1980s. Now that's the kind of story that pulls you in and refuses to let go. Al Pacino's groundbreaking HBO miniseries, Angels in America, is an absolute must-watch on HBO Max. And trust me, it's begging to be rediscovered. But here's where it gets controversial. At its core, Angels in America shines thanks to its stellar cast featuring heavyweights like Al Pacino, Meryl Streep, Emma Thompson, and Jeffrey Wright, all bringing Kushner's visionary two-part play to life. For those new to this, Tony Kushner is a celebrated playwright whose work, after debuting in 1992, snagged prestigious honors, including the Pulitzer Prize and Tony Awards. His story weaves a symbolically rich tapestry exploring queerness. Think a fantastical realm where angels and spirits mingle seamlessly with the wild roller coaster of human experiences. The play's got this quirky, unpredictable energy, blending somber reflections with over-the-top zaniness. And the HBO adaptation nails that translation to TV screens with remarkable fidelity. If you're into modern HBO Max satires, check out Jesse Armstrong's Mountainhead for a similar bite. It's a fresh take on absurdity that might just hook you next. What really elevates this miniseries is how it confronts the AIDS epidemic head-on, offering one of the most poignant depictions from the 20th century. Kushner's personal involvement ensured the narrative's depth, and the series doesn't shy away from the era's socio-political tensions, like the Reagan administration's policies, while spotlighting the everyday struggles of characters in mid-1980s New York. Picture a dying prophet, a conflicted prosecutor, and a handful of others navigating love, loss, and identity. It's massive in scope, which is why HBO wisely aired it in digestible parts. The first 3 episodes up front, followed by the last 3, mirroring the play's two halves, Millennium Approaches and Perestroika. And this is the part most people miss. The clever pacing wasn't just logistical. It built suspense, making each revelation feel like a punch to the gut. But what truly sets Angels in America apart, earning it that near-universal praise? Let's dive into the behind-the-scenes magic that made this labor of love happen. Transforming Kushner's epic play into a TV miniseries was no small feat. It took over a decade of persistence from executive producer Cary Brokaw. From the early 1990s flirtation with director Robert Altman, yes, the Nashville genius, to finally locking in Mike Nichols, famous for directing The Graduate, a film that redefined coming-of-age stories. This project was a marathon of development. Kushner himself was deeply embedded in the process, initially eyeing a single movie, but realizing it couldn't capture the story's vastness. Think about it. Angels in America isn't centered on one hero. It's an interconnected web of lives that collide and collide again. Take Pryor, played by Justin Kirk, who bravely confesses his AIDS diagnosis to his partner Lewis, Ben Shankman, only for Lewis to flee from the emotional weight. Or Joe, Patrick Wilson, a Mormon clerk battling his hidden queerness while married to Harper, Mary Louise Parker, where his inner conflict simmers beneath a veneer of normalcy. Then there's Joe's boss, Roy Cohn, Al Pacino, himself dying from AIDS, yet fiercely denying any connection to the gay label he despises. A portrayal that sparked endless debate about real-life figures and their legacies. Add in Meryl Streep and Emma Thompson juggling multiple roles, mixing gritty reality with otherworldly fantasy, and you've got a narrative that's both deeply intimate and universally resonant. These tales are heartbreaking yet mesmerizing, delving into big questions about existence, fairness, and authenticity. In essence, the miniseries amplifies Kushner's themes into a mythic journey brimming with optimism amid the pain, celebrating themes of affection, self-discovery, equity, and honesty. For beginners, this means it's not just about the drama. It's an exploration of how personal struggles mirror broader societal issues. like the fight for LGBTQ+ rights and the human cost of epidemics. As an example, compare it to how modern shows like Andy Mack handle coming-out stories. But Angels in America goes deeper, blending the supernatural to symbolize internal battles. And here's a thought that might ruffle some feathers. Does Roy Cohn's depiction as a closeted, power-hungry figure rehabilitate his image? Or does it unfairly humanize someone many see as a villain in AIDS history? Some argue it adds nuance to complex characters, while others say it glosses over real harm. What about the show's blend of fantasy and reality? Does it make heavy topics more accessible, or does it dilute their impact? I'd love to hear your take. Do you agree this miniseries deserves its acclaim, or do you see flaws in its approach? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's debate whether Angels in America still holds up in today's world. Angels in America is streaming right now on HBO Max, ready for your binge watch.